Well, hello everyone, this is comrade-Sirius. Welcome to another episode from Workers and Resources. This time we are going to plan basics of village, but let me first take a look at this lovely train, because yeah, this one is going to Habri and to our future, food area. But as you can see, the train is, a little bit mixed up from old and new wagons. And the reason is we still have not, taken out all of those smaller wagons, which means that I would really love to have, this train to pick them up. But it apparently decided, yeah, I will go for them, and then like, yeah, I need fuel, so it went all the way around. What the? It's going here because it cannot go directly. Yep, that's why you have loops. Yeah, it's not great to have a loop, but for occasional refueling, yeah, fine, cool. So let it be. Hopefully it will pick up these two wagons and just, move them to the depot. To be fair, we are not in a hurry. And we are not in a hurry, not because we are like, unable to do stuff, but we are still having, this amount of vehicles that are simply doing nothing, and I cannot scrap them because they are already here. Good thing is that the scrapping of one Castle G wagon is about 100 days, so they are actually, leaving us the space, and these old tractors, yeah, including the driver, it's not great. Well, the driver need to park it, I understand, so it needs to wait. But yeah, a few moments ago, this thing has been shouting, yeah, there's too many vehicles waiting, because they were just, out in the street. Not now, so that's fine. Someone finished some route in Hostio, I have no idea which is one. Yeah, this one, okay. So let's do, only few things together. A few of them are, these coal loading stations and, similar ideas. The same will be probably true for, storage for construction waste. That's fine. Both of you, 4-9, you can have a go. Is there something more that needs to get connected? For example, this substation? Probably. Okay, so well, let's do it. This is water substation. Probably doesn't need to be in gravel, but it's not a problem. And yeah, one of the most important one, this thing, because it needs to get connected. Yeah, this is like, a gravel dirty manipulation stuff. I have absolutely no reason to build it, besides the point that, yeah, it would look fine. And I do not want to press this button, because you would lose sight of one area that we planned in Czech version. So I will do it like this. Close it down, then I can assign those things, and we can move on. Last but not least, they have finished our big water treatment, but drinking water treatment. Can we actually assign it? Do we have a distribution office for this city? I hope so. These guys, small distribution office. Yeah, feels like it. Food and such stuff, but in the cargo station, in this one, there are chemicals. 1.9 ton, not much actually. Can we have more? Who is distributing this, by the way? You make research on it? Maybe, yeah, because they need to buy it. We're missing food, by the way. Slowly going down. Not too bad, not bad, but okay, but we definitely move this thing up a little bit. And you guys, can you please, where the fuck is it? Here. Can you please just, yeah, 30% is actually fine. Yeah, cool. Do it. Do it. One worker here. We do not need even that one, but because we have water, they finally have finished these guys, at least, yeah, all of them, well, both of them. But we are still missing, a lot of stuff. So that's one thing. They are going to build these. They are going to build the power plant, which is fine. all of those wires and pipes and stuff is happening. I have assigned the Boy-Pop factory, the train factory, to actually produce all 53 waste wagons for these guys. So that's also happening. And now let's move down the river, or up the river, to be fair, towards Lubochepy. And I pressed the button. Fuck. Never mind. Let's do together and let's assign it right away. 4, 5 is the office. Are those offices, to be fair, in Ryzhanka, and they are supposed to do all kinds of jobs. So what we have here, we have a tram stop that's not exactly needed, so we do not build it right now, but we will know about it. We simply keep it so we can so we can make it happen. We can make it happen later on. So that's 1 and 4, 9. Yeah, okay. Build it. Yeah, they will go through here. They will make it. Next one is we have this direct connection. I will probably utilize it at this point, at this moment, and we'll simply keep it in place till this bit is done. Also, there is going to be a second part. This thing is actually tram supply station, power supply station, and this is the way all those tram rails will have power, so these lightning bolts will no longer be there. Again, there is a small mud path that will get removed over time, but not now. So that's it. Then wires go through, across, and to the next stop. This stop is out of bounds, but that's not a big problem. These rails are inbound, definitely. And these ones will be probably something like a high priority. The reason is simple. We need some higher priority. What did I... Oh, okay, and I was assigning it to Khodov, which obviously is not the office I want to construct all of this. So go back to 4.5. I simply misclicked, and then we go. This one is meant like this, so pylons are not standing in the middle. This one will be finished and pylons will be on the outside as well. That's what we will check. It's no longer... So far it's not planned ahead, because I don't know how far would I need it. Though, to be fair, we can probably do at least this part. Because, for real, we will not need it. There we go. Then there is a one-piece bridge. Small section. Tram stop. Because there might be something I might need to man. So that's why we have it here. Another bridge that goes over one tracks, under the other ones. Tunnel. Short section. And a stop. And here we are in Lubochepy, and that's where we will stay for a while today and probably for the rest of today's video. We got section up the incline. It's looking semi-even, semi-leveled. Hopefully those trams will not be, bumpy too much. But that's something that's slightly beyond my control, so you'll see how it will turn out. Second stop and short section, and then we'll need to go up. I will think about how to do it, because yeah, we have this, all of this. By the way, this is no longer Fogita, this is Kuriskov. Kuriskov is in Czech, but Madame Curie Sklodowska, that's kind of a wordplay in Czech, so yeah, that's where we are. We are not going there right now. What we need to do is, find a way to build and start building all of this, which is something that we did. The only thing we did not is this part. Okay, so yeah, this one will be done. we need a way to supply these construction site. You can see this part is already done, so we will turn this one into gravel as well, and then we'll just utilize a secondary road that will go around 1, 2, 3 and this way. Then we'll simply turn this into one long asphalt pieces. Why is it offering me the bigger part? By the way, the connection tool, which is done here, cannot be used if there are two vehicles, but if you pick a waypoint and delete it, it does work. Yeah, kinda neat, I understand. So, come on, 4, 5, you guys are the best. You can work on these as well. Yeah, this one got a little confused and teleported home. Oh, why not? These guys are reconstruction, and they are actually set to, work on everything. We will have a lot to do. But they are reconstruction office for basically these parts. 2000 meters. You have not much to do. Probably 200. I need them to reach this thing. Now, do we have a second reconstruction? We do have, so we need at least them to reach this one. Okay, can you actually reach it? Yes, you can. Fine. That's all I care. They need to cover themselves, like cover each other. So that's why it is. And now when it's on auto search, I definitely do not want it to be, building anything. I do not want it to be, fixing this thing. How is it, by the way? This is reconstruction. Just a reconstruction. Cool. Never mind. It works. It works. It does what it needs to do. So that's cool. And you are selling things on customs house. Yeah, that's great. It's September. Let's start thinking about Lubochepi. How many people we will need? Those are quite important questions. And I'm not sure I know the answer for it, but, well, we might. We have this second station. I have no idea if I will ever want regular passenger trains going through. Probably not. Because these are just... I'm not saying for decoration. For roleplay, I would say. They are. But anyway, we can use this station. Because it's for quite a lot of people. And actually send workers up here if there would be anything worth doing it. Like, for example, a food factory. Because that's what we've been talking about. Like, we can actually, produce food, alcohol, and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much area we have, available. But if we go from the top view, we can definitely have 2 rows of fields, plus minus. And it's like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, something like that. So about 14. 10 times big field, because we need a farm there. 10 times big field is like 4,500. How much does this thing do? This thing eats a lot, right? Because it's like 40 tons. It's almost 40 tons a day. Okay, it's that means 400 in 10 days. 12 fucking lot. Okay, but we do not need that money, honestly. We can just run it on, a sliver of the actual capacity. But good thing to think about. Anyway. Though, to be fair, we can probably do crops there, and we need chemicals for all of this. We don't have oil, but we can absolutely transport oil down here. And chemicals need what exactly? Not much, right? but we do not want chemicals to be, you know, in chemicals to be neighboring, yeah, our stuff. Yeah, I understand. Okay, let's not think too much about heating and stuff like that, because that thing probably can be here, actually. It's like semi-good idea. I may come with a better one, like, you know, 5 times a day, but doesn't matter. Let's act like it will be here. That's for sure. So, we need workers. How many? Let's think, not too much, but let's think about 200 workers extra for additional, I don't know, chemical industry, something like that. Don't know, don't worry, we'll see. Then we have this massive uranium setup. Uranium is up here. We have 2 of these, which is 120. That's 240 plus, well, those 200 we add at the end. So that's 120 times 2, 240. We have one. This building, that's another 120. Yep. So that's 360 plus 75 for 435 and a mine. We have a modern mine, so another 100. And I don't know if I remember it now. 425, so 525, something like that. Adding plus minus 200 extra. That's 7 to 800 per shift. Let's say 750 per shift times 4. That's 3,000. That's a doable count. So, you know what? Let's start placing houses, because those houses will need, this will be something like a city center. So I will place some houses. And do we do modern ones or brick ones? Not sure. Probably the biggest quality will be the most important. Okay. Here we are. I decided to have few bigger towers at the edge because of, you know, railroad station and view to the valley. Yeah, I will keep the contours on so you can see the bigger picture. These are original mod from 3 Division, but it has not been very well balanced even before. It was quite cheap, and after a few balancing patches throughout the time, these were absolutely unviable. They were just, you know, 3 times cheaper as normal flats, and they are 92% quality. So now they are you know, much more expensive per unit, but, you know, they fall in line. This is the mod from Richard. He basically just did it and we rebalanced it together. So here we are. This is the this is them, and there are 4 of those. Rest is vanilla. Those are these bigger ones. You know, 1 and 2. You can see they are the same one. About 87% quality, if I remember. Yeah, like, you know, this one. So that's it. And then we have those 4 corner pieces, I would say. Those are these. They are quite hard to place because they have smaller collisions, but you can make some architecture with them. And I hope that I will be able to just, you know, make footpaths around. It seems that we can. So yeah, I will make them later on. Anyway, after combining all of these together, we are at 1840. Yes, I used Fountain to just, you know, track our pieces. What we need now is to make a centerpiece of the whole village, and that will be a shopping center. We are at the modern times, so we can definitely use some of those modern ones, and I think it says finally came time for this Okian supermarket from the Ukrainian DLC. That thing has only 2 loading spots for vehicles, load and unloading spot. Not sure that that is the best, value we can get, but hey, probably it's fine. And the most important part is that it will be in range from all of these houses. So that's what we'll get. And I will do a simple, I'm not saying a change, but I want to do a square. And we have some type of a square here. We do have this road that doesn't need to be here. And how far we get from those houses, I need to take a look. Okay, for example, this middle one. You'll go here, here, and okay. If the shop will be here, we're fine. Because I'm thinking about forklifts and in terms of, eternal supplies. That's what I like to do. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So the shop itself will be here, and it will have a lot of tons, for storage of everything, but it will need some truck supplies. So let's do that. Why forklifts? Because forklifts are very easy in terms of manageability and scalability. And those two things are quite important, if you would ask me. Because what you can have, for example, is meat storage, like this. You can have it connected with the forklift garage. And then you can also have covered storage for all the things you need. And all the things you need might easily include stuff for vehicle repairs. Do I need it? Not now, because these things are definitely in range and will definitely be in range. At least that's what I think. Though, to be fair, these guys up here, yeah, 2,500 meters is not too much. Do we want a small repair station up here as well? I think if we do, we won't lose much. But let's say we do not. Let's say we'll do it separately. Anyway, 100 tons. This storage for 100 tons is fine. This storage is for 70 tons. That's maybe way too small. 200 tons. Yeah, that feels doable. And we can actually just, connect it in a way that it will make one area. Yeah, it will be connected in multiples via, multiple spots. The good part is that we will be able to supply things into this one as well. We have a small square, we have a church, and we have, the passenger station. So I will use later on some, brick buildings and stuff. And we can obviously do many more. Like, for example, have another section. Because, remember, we have this cableway station. And that probably, well, they probably should go somewhere below. Because we do not want to go across this thing and then drop straight down. So we need to keep that in mind. And it would be probably better, to have communications like these. You know what? We have this road designed. So what you'll do is actually just cut this thing loose, cut all of this loose in fact, and just have it connected straight away, and this thing can go to hell. And that means that the cableway will actually just go all the way through here and down. That's fine. Do we need more than 250 workers waiting? I doubt it. So yeah, this is what we'll get. Fine. That thing is connected. Let's connect it with pylons right away. Okay, as you can see, this thing is done. We got pylons up. So that means this thing will be technically connectable. The only problem is obviously how to get a road up there. And I think we got a candidate, and that's this one. Because this thing can absolutely get up here into Schwalf, and I'm not sure, but we probably will be able to get it up way all the way. Because if I do see correctly, there's something like a hill. So we basically use the oldest trick we have in the book, and that's, you know, fences. Because fences are good in terms of keeping stuff. We'll use the meters, so we actually know how high are we. This is 66 meters, so we need something like, yeah, 74. Feels cool, but yeah. Please, 74. Go all the way to rails. You can see we cannot dig them up. The same can happen on this side. And we'll probably use... yeah, we'll use this way to just slowly creep up. Yeah, that will be fine. Can we go higher? From here? I think we can. Let's just do only a little bit higher. Well, will not be a big difference, but it still will be a difference. Concrete bridge, maybe prefab bridge. To be fair, brick bridge would look amazing in here. That feels something like, you know, a very nasty thing to do, to try to fit in here. But if we would be able to just, you know, center it, we can't. For some reason, we cannot center it above rails. Or can we? Yeah, this is semi-reasonable, but it's too long. Because what we need is, you know, a much shorter bridge span. Are we there yet? We are. Checking one thing. Height 9.4. Span 11.8. Good. That might be it, actually. Will there be a bump? There will. Do I care? Maybe not. Maybe not, because this is such a finicky thing. I'm glad that we got the bridge. So that's what we get. Okay, so we have storage, we have meat storage, we have all of this. We need more houses. Yeah. Do we need anything else? Yeah, we need the cultural center of the city itself. Which is something that absolutely should be around the central part. What do I mean? Because we need alcohol that can be, you know, next to stop, something like that. We need culture. We need some sports. Yeah, that can happen a little bit later. But also we need a clinic, and we need like a healthcare. So let me plan some of it. Well, as a first section, we have a school and sports. This is school gym from Rob's. I really like them. I really like to add them. It's the only covered one right now, so definitely not the only that we'll need. But it's a good start, and you know, 2 outer ones: basketball, volleyball, and a football, and obviously trash cans. Now let's add some culture. Okay, I think we got enough culture, because I've placed a SN package, which is Slovak National Uprising. That's from Wicom. That's from actual set from, I think, Ostrava. So yeah, that's one is staying here. We also get early start theater, and we got the amphitheater, because placing it under the church felt right. And I added 1 more brick houses. This is for 50 people, so now we are at 1890. I also added a simple pub right here, because there will be definitely some road, and all of these will look good enough together. And finally, the last part is done, and it's been about time, because this whole thing took like an hour and a half. Yeah, the part you see is much shorter because it has cuts. Anyway, very simply, very shortly, I've added a pool and I've added a bus stop, because those things matter. Bus stop, yeah, this site will not be very usable, but yeah, it should do fine, and we can use some textures to cover those differences and so on. The second part is done from the high quality prefabs we have, most of them, and they are here. There's 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have one shorter one, that's this piece, because it has only 2 entrances. That's the 105, and we got 2 brick buildings. Those are 2 times 50, because we have the theater, so at least the upper line of all of this is done. Yeah, we used steps, so the terrain is in sort of, you know, steps. There is a road behind, there is a road leading upwards. I don't know where it will end, or, you know, where it will go. And I have zero idea where all of those things like heat exchangers and stuff will be. We have time, we have places, you know, on all sides of these buildings, but it will take a while. And yeah, we'll need it, that's for sure. We haven't touched this part above, which is okay. We also haven't touched anything here, though we have a free gas station. We can definitely demolish that one. And the road that is in the corner, we can take down as well. It was used for demolishing old Lubochepy. We will not need it right now. What we will put here, at least for now, is technical services. Yeah, it will be technical services. It will be big technical service building. I will rotate it like this, and I will simply place it. I'm not sure what else I need here, but to be fair, we can absolutely build a bigger gas station here, because that's something that will very much be needed. Also, there's one thing we have absolutely not at all right now, and that's fire station. And I don't know where to put it and how big fire station we need. But I almost feel like that placing one in this general area is not too big of a problem, because we can actually build something like an underpass under those train tracks. Let me check it, and I hope that this will not end up in those train tracks going down, because that means I would need to redo it. Yeah, this feels fine. Can we actually, like... No, we cannot connect tunnel for pedestrians. That's fine. We do not need it right away. Can I have it like here? I can. Yeah, we can do it like this, so that's fine. So we can go. Yeah, 9 meters, 8, 7 not. So 8 meters is fine. And now up. Too big of a slope, but this is okay. And yeah, the connection can be made here. We can have another connection. Well, obviously, basically anywhere. But there will be some spot in the middle. So let's put it like this. So fire station number 1 will be available. Fire station number 2, because it is better to have 2 of these, but number 2 should be somewhere here. What we have is a rail unloading, well, loading and unloading station. And what are we going to get here? We are going to get fuel, and we can have liquid fertilizer, or, and that's another option, crude oil, because if we would decide to have some chemicals up there, which is entirely possible, or, you know, and to supply it with buses, like, you know, one factory, something like that, definitely an option. But to be fair, I'm not, you know, probably this road is absolutely for nothing. Because, yeah, that's what it is. But we are here for a fire station, so a small one. We can absolutely fit it right under the viaduct. That can happen, and you know what? I'll connect it down here. That's fine. We will need some development in this area for actual, you know, fuel supply and all the other things. So that thing is for the future. But hey, we got this road up there, and we do have quite a healthy setup already. What we do not have is an idea where a heating plant will be. It would be very silly to just have it right across the river. But, and yeah, that's a big but, we can. If we would want to, we can. I don't know how unemployed are these guys. I'm not sure. 14. That's not much. Can you make this Can you make this bigger? We can. We definitely do not need this one because there are no more vehicles at all. So we can absolutely, you know, discard it and have, you know, few more houses. Not the commune, but maybe few more houses up there to help us with the situation. We can. You can let me know in the comments, because this is something I'm not decided yet. So yes, we can absolutely have, you know, those people here, you know, living in this area, and then the heating plant being across the valley. Yeah, that feels okay. Though, yeah, having houses and decide to have a heating plant down here is probably not the best idea I could have like ever had. But where? But where? Yep, that's the question. Because I can absolutely get the idea that it might be. Oh, even this one is. This spot is way too close. So yeah, that's kinda open for proposals. And yeah, it actually might happen here, because closest houses are down there. So if it would be put in this general area, we might do piping. It will be a lot of pipes, but we kind of do not care about money. 1 billion. last month. So, yeah, you get the idea, right? I think you do. So let me know, and see you in the future episodes. Bye bye.